I am so stoked because today I get to chat with the one and only Saweetie. How are you doing, girl?
Hey girl, I'm good. I actually like being at home in quarantine, so I'm happy.
How's your COVID life going? Do you feel like you're living your best life and just relaxing?
Yeah, I like being at home. I wasn't home for about 2 years, especially after Icy Girl broke. So I'm just so happy to have a moment to recharge.
It's so important in this industry to take a moment just to like sit back and relax because when you're on the go constantly, you forget to like take time for yourself. And that's so underrated, I feel like. But, obviously today we're here to talk about Best Friend. This song is like a hype anthem. It's one of my favorite songs right now. And obviously it just puts you in a really good mood. And it's celebrating friendship and girl love. And I think that's so important now because a lot of the times when you listen to songs, sometimes it's like heavily based on like relationships and needing somebody, but this song is the complete opposite of that. So take me back to like how this song came to be. Like, was it something that your best friend did and you're like, hey, I love you so much, I'm gonna write a song about you?
Definitely that. I feel like we write songs about people we love all the time, but what about our best friends? Like the true ride or dies, the people who have your back no matter what, help you pick out your outfits, tell you what boys not to talk to. I mean, they're just everything in one. They're a lifesaver, literally. So I had to dedicate a song to all the best friends out there.
I think what defines a best friend is somebody who tells you when you have crap in your teeth, or like, because people for some reason are always afraid to point that out. And I'm like, it's not that hard. Just say.
I'll do it, but you'd be surprised. Some people don't like when you point it out. And I'm just kind of like, what? But I'm the type of person, if I just meet you, I'll tell you because I don't want nothing in my teeth. So I hope that somebody will tell me. But some people don't like that. But you are absolutely right. You have to have someone around you who's keeping it real.
Exactly. I'm 100% on your wavelength. If I have something on my teeth, if I have lipstick on my teeth during this interview, because that's sometimes the problem I have, you let me know. I will not be offended. So Doja Cat is a huge part of the song. And honestly, when it comes to two badass women collaborating on the song, I felt like this was the ideal situation. So when you were in the process of creating the song, was she someone that automatically came to mind that you wanted to work with?
I've been wanting to work with Doja Cat for a long time. I met her in London. I thought she was from London. 2 years ago, we did like a whole bunch of Summerfest out there and we ran into each other. And ever since then, she's just been hella supportive, hella cool. So she's hella pretty, she's hella creative. So I felt like she'd be the perfect person on that track.
The music video, the first time I watched it, I was like, what is going on? There's so much happening. So tell me about like the concept behind it. There was a lot going on. Like I said, you were dancing in a car at one point. So what was your favorite part about, that experience? And was there anything that went terribly wrong? Because I feel like there's a lot that could have gone wrong while filming the video.
Yeah, when she was driving, I fell off the Tesla. I was twerking and it was going really fast. And I fell off the car. But if you like are around me every day, that happens and it's normal. I like doing weird. So everybody was kind of concerned, which was funny. But my team was just like sitting there because they know it's normal for me.
were you okay after you fell off?
Like, you gotta get up and get back at it.
Like were you guys actually literally driving down a street when that happened or a studio? Are you serious?
Yes, girl.
I'm sorry, I should not be laughing at this. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I feel like you probably need like a stunt woman on your next like video shoot you want to do it.
No, girl, I do all my own stunts.
Hey, at least you came out of it unscathed and the music video was awesome. So was there anything about working with Doja that like really stood out to you in comparison with some of the other artists that you have collaborated with?
I think we just share so many things. We're both creative. We're both we both love getting dressed up. It was a lot of fun. Both of our teams were really well together, and that really matters. So it was just a lot of fun and love on set.
I think that translated not only to the song, but the entire vibe of the song, because I think it resonated with so many women out there. And it was finally like a song that we had to celebrate each other again, which is why I felt so connected to it. And not gonna lie, I was obviously like grouping you on social media today before I hopped on this, and I saw that giving away like 2 Teslas. How did this happen? Did Tesla literally reach out to you? Because like there's a line in the song where you're like, is that my bestie in a Tessie? Like, is that how it happened?
I mean, we had a couple conversations, but I really think that it's important to give, especially in a time of a pandemic. And if I want to give, it has to be extra like me. So I was like, since that's the most popular line, you know, let's do something special. So whoever's listening, I think y'all have like 7 more weeks, but the contest is up and running. So make sure y'all join it.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I saw that and I was like, wow, is this for real? Like, this is a legit giveaway.
Brand new expensive ass Teslas.
Yeah, like just enter it. Like, I feel like it's obviously an amazing giveaway. So hopping back to the, you know, theme of the song, celebrating girls, celebrating friendship. In the industry itself, I feel like in the industry of hip hop, the rap industry, a lot of the times women for some reason are like always pitted together, or that's what you see in the media all the time. So from your experience being in that industry, is it actually like that, or is it an industry that like fosters friendships and, you know, companionship between artists?
See, what the industry and what the media is not going to do, they're not going to trick me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not women who are pitted against each other. I feel like the media pits women against each other. Its fan base is pitting their faves against each other. Mm-hmm. And just as a witness and as someone who wasn't in the industry before, we should just be able to recognize when it's false. So I'm really proud of everybody out there doing their thing. And unless it comes from their mouth, which I haven't seen before, I just don't take what I hear too serious.
Yeah, it's important to have that lens on as well. Like, not everything that you read is the truth. And obviously, sometimes it just causes unnecessary trouble. So for you, what are some of like the strong friendships that you've created in the industry? And who would you say is your biggest female cheerleader at the moment?
You know what? I feel like, to be honest with you, I'm just now starting to get popping in my feet with. So I haven't had that too many run-ins with women in the industry. But what I will say is when I met Beyonce, she was just an aura of just light, and she was just so welcoming. So I think my experience with her was just everything and more. So I don't talk to her, and I wouldn't call her a cheerleader because she's the queen bee. But when I met her, she was just so positive and uplifting, and I really appreciated that.
Was that a surreal experience for you? Because I know growing up, you like Destiny's Child a lot. So when you met her, were you just like, that is Beyonce? Like,
yeah.
what was your freak out moment when you saw her? What was like your legit reaction?
I don't know. I literally I'm not starstruck. You know, I grew up around popping people. Like, and I'm not talking about just celebrities, but like my aunties were popping, my mom was popping, my dad was popping. Like, they've all like always been just like super fly in like their neighborhood. So I've never been like impressed, but she is just amazing. So I was definitely like lost for words.
It's probably one of those moments where like you legit forget what happens because you were so like involved in that one specific time, but obviously so well worth it on Beyonce of all people. But interesting, like what's really interesting about music now is social media plays a huge role in music and how it progresses. So a lot of your songs go viral on TikTok. And when you're crafting music now, do you kind of have that in the back of your head? Like, yeah, I'm crafting a song that's going to be a banger, but I also want it to translate well on a platform like TikTok.
Honestly, I am really grateful for the TikTok community because it's never in my head that, hey, I'm going to make this dance so that dances can be created to it. My intention and my purpose for these turn-up songs is to honestly give the people a good time. And people on TikTok like having a good time. So I think that's why they kind of blend really well. But I've never intentionally made a song for TikTok. They just so happen to stick like glue on that app, which I'm very.
It's nice that like it's unintentional because then you like reap benefits of like both it like being a banger on both platforms. And you're just like, yeah, I'm living
life. Yeah.
So every year that you've been in the industry, how have you seen the music industry like change and evolve? Because I think a lot of the times people think that the rap world and the hip hop world is so male dominated. So as you've been in the industry for about like 3 years now, have you experienced like a shift and more of an appreciation for female rappers?
I've just always had a great appreciation for women, period. I come from a very male-dominated family, so the women were just, they shine because they were all their own woman. They were independent, and I feel like I wouldn't be me without them. So I really just, I love a woman who is out there getting money, doing her own thing, paying for her own flights, taking herself on her own shopping sprees. I mean, it's okay to spend somebody else's money because that's always the best thing, you know, you feel me? Okay. But I'm just saying, like, I get so excited when I see poppin' boss women doing their thing because I just see myself in them and I know they see themselves in me when I'm out here winning because we all winning together.
Being supportive of women is so important. And I hate this idea of like, you know, oh, women tear each other down and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that might be the case sometimes because competition and envy might be involved, but I love that you are so supportive and open about that.
You know what I really dislike about that? Because women don't tear each other down. People tear people down. So it's like men tear each other down as well. It's just not a catchphrase. So I just hate the light that is shined on that because everyone tears everyone down. I get hate from men and women. So it's not just women coming after me, it's men too. But yeah, just going back to like my family, I was raised in love. So I get excited when I see women out there doing their thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Now we know that your debut album is coming out. So what can we expect from it in terms of sound, content, all that stuff?
I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. I mean, I don't hide it and I don't try to act like it never happened, but there was a while where the internet really hated me and they kind of tried to discredit me a lot. So I think that this album is going to shock a lot of people because I feel like every day I have to prove myself. And I think, you know, that mixed in with my ambition and perseverance and just wanting to win, you're going to hear the emotion, the greatness, the time, the effort that was put into Pretty Bitch music. So I think it's going to shock a lot of people.
No, I'm definitely excited for it. I mean, again, you've been in this industry for about 3 years now. So it's like 3 years of waiting and finally get an album. So super stoked about it. But now I thought we'd play a really quick game. Hopping back to the idea of best friends, obviously you got to know your best friend really well. So maybe someday down the line, we'll meet each other, we'll be friends. But before we get to that point, I thought we'd play a quick game of Never Have I Ever. So basically, I'm going to read you some questions and you tell me if you've done it or if you haven't done it. Are you game? Okay, if you want to skip any questions, let me know, okay? Question number 1. Never have I ever trolled a stranger online.
Never. That's so lame.
Never? Not even like people who like comment on your videos and say like rude things?
I mean, I might say something sarcastic back, but I've never just sat on my phone and trolled someone unprovoked.
Okay, fair enough. You got to push Saweetie a little bit before she like gets at you. Never have I ever thought a cartoon character was hot.
It's Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, that's a good one. I wasn't expecting Jessica Rabbit. Mine was, did you watch Sailor Moon?
Are you talking about the mask?
Tuxedo Mask was my first crush.
Okay, no, okay, so if we're talking like fictional, I think the Night King from Game of Thrones is sexy.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one.
I would let him kidnap me.
You just putting it out there, vibes. Never have I ever slid into a stranger's DMs.
Hell yeah, all the time. Boutiques.
Ooh, what would you say?
I'd be like, hey girl, I need this dress. I'll Venmo you, I'll PayPal you, what you need, just send me the dress.
Oh my God, I love the honesty. Hey, if I was in your position, I would 100% do the same thing. Next one, never have I ever had a paranormal experience.
Yes, I've had 2 of them.
What? Like, what happened?
I've had so much stuff happen to me, and I can't wait till I do my movie because I feel like I battled like paranormal, school, home, like 3 different worlds coming at me. But yes,
girl, I'm in the same boat. My house is haunted 100%. Like I've experienced.
Girl, move out.
No, I think it's a friendly spirit. It's never been anything negative, but like small things here and there. So I'm okay for now, but well, you look upset. You
I gotta pray. I gotta cast all these spirits out of my house. I don't play that.
You can add me in your prayers just in case anything goes wrong.
Okay.
Yay! All right, last question, or maybe I have time for two. Maybe I'll sneak two in. Never have I ever dumped someone over text.
No, I feel like that's disrespectful.
I feel you.
I always called her and been like, hey, let's meet in person.
That's good. See, you want to like deal with it face to face so that no one can ever say, oh, Saweetie, dump me over text. Like, that's obviously not the best way to go about it. And last question. I have a long list. I'm like, what do I ask you? What's a really good one? Never have I ever stood someone up on a date or Ben stood up.
That's not a good one, girl.
What? Do you want to ask another one?
Stood up, and if I'm giving someone my time, if someone has the courage to even ask me on a date, I'm pretty sure it's worth it. So I've never said anybody yet.
That's good. Okay, fine. Since you didn't like that one. I don't want to end on that note. Never have I ever lied on a dating profile.
I've never had a dating profile.
Why would you need one, first of all? What kind of dumb question did I ask you for my last one? That is all the time that I have with you today. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. What blush are you wearing?
A Walmart brand.
It's so pretty.
Thank you. I forget the brand, but hey, slide into Walmart's DMs. I'm sure they'll send you some.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for the support.
Of course, my pleasure. Hopefully we'll get to meet in person sometime.
We will.
Bye. See you.
Bye.